Good morning, children. So, in this class, we are going to study your first lesson about or of your social science, that is Introduction to History. What is history here first? First, we are going to learn history. So, history is about the past events, right? The past events. So, why we have to study the history? Is it essential? Yes, it is essential because it is a great aspiration. It gives us the valor, the courage and the patriotism, as well as about the bravery of the great kingdoms as well as the great rulers who ruled the whole world or who ruled some of the regions of a particular place. So, history in a common language or in a very simple manner, we can say as history is a systematic study of past events. So, history is a systematic study of past events. We can say it as history is a systematic study of past events. So, many of the historians describe history in their own words. So, when we come to know about J.J. Anderson, he describes history as an unfolding story of great men. So, he describes it as a unfolding story. So, it is like about knowing the great persons or the great personalities. So, here the word history means what? The word history is an English word which derived from the Greek word historia, which means research, which means to know. So, here the word history is come from Greek word historia, which means research. So, as we all know, search means to find, right? Search means to find something. So, here research means already someone has searched a particular thing. We are going to research the things, or we are going to find new aspects in already having the or already researched or searched concepts or already known facts. So, this is about the word history. History is English word. It comes from the Greek word historia, which means research. So, in a common word, we can say history, or when we define history, we can say it as a systematic study of past events. So, what the past events mean? How we can come to know about all that are past events? So, past events means the events which were already happened previously, maybe around 10 years, 15 years, 100 years, more than 100 years. So, all those comes under the past events here. So, when we come to know about or when we are going to study history in a deep way, we come to know about different history here. So, like world history, Indian history, Karnataka history. So, different divisions are there to study the history. So, when a historian describes an incident or when he showcases the particular society, he have to mention or he has to maintain the things like the person, place and time. the accuracy of time, person as well as place. So the historians, the history has to maintain accuracy of time, place and person. So whenever we are going to study a particular history or particular incident, we have to know about when the incident used to took place. So when it was occurred. So in that incident, who were involved? How many persons were involved in that incident? So where that incident was happened. So we have to think about all three aspects or all three important concept when we study history. So now we studied the meaning of the word history as well as the accuracy or how history has to be studied in a particular manner. Okay, so when it comes to the need of the history, so why we have to study history? So history is like a memory, retention, a recollection of incidents. So we have to study this history to know the glory, the valor, the bravery, the courage and the contribution of the great persons towards the developing or to develop our country or the world. The evolution of the human beings started and we come to know about the evolution of the human beings through the history itself. So how the human beings started to work, the agriculture, the usage of metals, like that the historians given different stages or the evolution of the human beings in a different mannerism. So like that the history has to be studied, or it is a memory of the society as well as the human beings, where that history is a guidelines for all the human beings. It is a guidelines to all the human beings. Now let's know about how this history is going to be compressed or going to mention as. So for first, incidents of history is a memory of human beings, humans we can say. So incidents are the memory of humans, like that. Why these incidents? So when you are very small enough or whenever you are growing up, if you have touched any hot substance like candle or the light or any of the flame, you feel burning sensations, right? So after that you will be having the conscious that I will not going to touch that hot substance because it is going to burn my hand, right? So it is a memory of a human beings. That incident of touching the flame given a memory in your mind that we should not repeat that mistake again. Like that only here the incidents of the human beings are going to give memory of a particular persons here. Like that history is a memory of the whole society. History is a memory of the whole society. How then? See, history is a memory of society. How? Because when we are going to study history, we are are not going to study about a particular person. When we come to know about, or when we are going to study about the Krishnadevaraya, we are going to study about the cultural, the economic, the social, as well as the political status of all the human beings under his rule. So at that time we come to know about the whole society as well, the status of the whole society. So like that, history is a memory of the whole society here. These history, or the history, is a great guideline. It pave way for human beings not to commit the same mistake. We are going to learn about the adventurous as well as the great valor, the great decisions making about by learning the history, by knowing about the great kings. When it comes to the knowing of the history, the Herodotus of Greece started learning the history and constructing the valuable history and giving a valuable or a fruitful history to the world. That's why we call the Herodotus as the father of the history here. So Herodotus of Greece is considered as father of history. Because this Herodotus started giving a valuable content about the past events in his own manner, with the valuable construction, so with the accuracy of time, place and person, he started giving the fruitful history to the world. That's why we call this Herodotus as the father of history. So in this class we come to know about the meaning of, or the definition of the history, the meaning of the word history, as well as how or why it is essential to read the history, as well as about the father of the history. In the next class we will going to study about the sources, and that sources how they help to study the history in a different manner, or in a different concept of the history, that we will going to study in the next class. So in this class we come to know about all these aspects. I hope you have understood. We will going to meet up in the next class. Bye everyone, take care.